Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zebo Nation Plays, the FM Scout Academy Challenge with FC Dallas. And here we are, Season 7, the season of the Champions League. Going to try to win that competition and end this series on a bang. So let's take a look at these competitions, see where we're at. And where we're at is the semifinals, first leg versus Tigres, our own affiliate club, or we're their affiliate. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but we're affiliated. We're allowed to send players back and forth and all that kind of stuff. We have a agreement to have a friendly every year, even though it doesn't quite happen every year. But we're very on friendly terms, so this is going to be a interesting brother versus brother matchup in the semifinals of the Champions League. But before we get to that, the MLS season has also started, so I'll take a look at that a little bit. As you can see here, we're top of the Western Conference at 2 wins, 1 draw, no losses after 3 games. 7 points is pretty good. We're in 3rd place in the Supporters' Shield, and we've been playing very, very well. Take a look at the schedule here. You can see we beat Philadelphia 2-0. Very dominating victory, and then we came back and just shellacked Houston 4-1. Really played outstanding in that match. See, Washington scored, Zamora, Mark Thompson scored on a free kick again, and then Alcantara scored in the 85th minute to really finish him off. Played just an outstanding game there. Then we came back against Toronto and played a fully rotated team in anticipation of our Champions League game. So you can see our reserves got a 2-2 draw versus Toronto, and honestly, we should have won that game. To tell you how strong, how deep our team is for an MLS team. Toronto's always one of the best teams in the league. And we were winning this game 2-1 until the 89th minute. Giovenco gets a penalty kick in the 89th minute. I believe it was Ulloa who got the foul. I was very upset about that. So that's what it took for them to get a draw against our reserves. So, we are playing very, very well. Before we get the Champions League, I guess we'll just go through the checklist here. Finances, we're doing very well in terms of our finances. $36 million. Made $8.3 million this season. Our season tickets gone through the roof. The fans are coming out. We're starting to get more and more sponsorship deals and things like that. So just winning one MLS Cup has really boosted our profile. Can't wait to see what happens if we win, multiples. We'll start getting some real benefits there. But so financially, we're doing fine. Transfer budget is up to $8.5 million. Payroll budget still $27 million. We're just rolling in the cash here. The board is obviously happy with us, very secure, 73%. You'd think it'd be a little higher than that, but they have room to be discerning, I guess, if they want to. Other than that, no problems there, no changes there. Same with the club. We're still 3 stars. We're still rich. We're still in the Champions League. Everybody's happy. Everybody's looking good. Transfers, we had an interesting transfer. Take a look at our transfer history. So, earlier in the season, we traded Sean Schlavoski to Chicago for a first-round pick in next year's draft. And now we got him back. Apparently, Chicago waived him after sending us a first-round draft pick. So he was available in the March waiver draft. So I just drafted him in the draft, so we get him back. Get a first-round pick, and then we get Schlavoski back. That's the kind of thing, you see that occasionally happen in like the NBA. Normally they don't send somebody a first-round draft pick in exchange for a guy, but a lot of times they'll trade for a guy and send some money, or really they just wanted to get rid of salary cap issues, and then they'll cut the guy, and the guy will go back to the same team he came from. It's really one of the few sports you see that happen. I guess it happens rarely in the NBA, but for us to get a first-round draft pick out of this guy and then get him back, that's pretty ridiculous. But still, that's some of the quirks that happen in the old Football Manager. Other than that, not much of interest to report. So I guess we can go straight on to the Champions League. Let's continue on, get to the match preview. As you can see, it's Pachuca versus America in one round, and then it's FC Dallas versus Tigres in the other. Two match series, home and home. I believe we get the first home game. They should be the favorites. I don't know why they wouldn't be, but let's go to the match preview here. Take a look at old Tigres, see what they're all about. And they're all about quality, apparently. They've got a lot of very good players. Kleber's son is tired, so they might rest him. I don't know. He's, didn't look like they rotated their side for their last game because they got guys sitting here in the 80 percentile range. So we'll see if they rest guys like Jurgen Damm or any of these midfielders. I guess it would be very helpful to us if they did. But if you look at their bench they've got they got guys like Gabriel Gomez here sitting on their bench. He's better than any player we have in our starting lineup. So that's a problem. It just shows you how good Tigres is and how they dominate the Mexican League every year. Is they've just got quality top to bottom. This guy, Fernando, not even playing for them. 30-year-old Brazilian, worth $5.5 million. He'd be an instant starter on any MLS team. He'd be an instant star player on any MLS team. So that just shows you the difference that we're dealing with here. So hopefully they take us lightly. Hopefully they send a fully rotated squad. But even if they do, it's going to be very difficult for us to win. So let's take a look at our team selection, see what we're dealing with. We are still dealing with an injury to Jesse Gonzalez. He was injured before the last match in training, I believe. No, he was injured before the MLS season. He hasn't played in the MLS yet. So he's been injured for quite a while, a couple of weeks at least, and he's going to be out for another week. So that's one of our issues. But we do have Oscar Sanchez in the background here. He's played very well. Every single time we've thrown him in there, he's played pretty well. So don't have much problems at goalkeeper. There's no huge drop off. It's a little drop off, but not enough to be too worried about. Other than that, it's pretty much our standard lineup. Cole and Escobedo. We're starting Sidney Valenzuela, our number 1 draft pick, because Alex Johnson was suspended in the last match, so he can't play. But Valenzuela, he's getting more comfortable with our team. You can see his familiarity levels are going up, so hopefully he can continue that. But in the meantime, he's still a 3-star defender, so he's pretty good quality-wise. And paired with Zimmerman, he should be fine there. Midfield, I wasn't quite sure what to do here, but I think we'll stay fairly pat. Got Acosta, Thompson, Zamora as our regular midfield, and we're going to play our other first-round draft pick here, Logan McCracky. He's another guy who's learning our systems, but he's just been playing really well. He's been getting better and better and better. He's a big guy, very physical, and he's got that passing ability that we need. He's got the vision and the passing, probably the best on our team. So if we can just get him in that midfield and get him moving the ball around, I think he can add to our offense. Now my question is, do I put in Ulloa for defense? Is another question. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with this choice because my assistant coach says we should use the possession game against Tigres, which I don't know that I agree with that. They're so much better than us. They can just rip. I feel like they can just rip the ball away from us. So we've gotten this far going defensive, going counterattack. That's how we won in the first round. So what do we do here? Do we follow our assistant coaches and go go with the possession game, or do we stick to what's got us here and go with the control game? Because if we're going to go with the control game, I might as well put in Ulloa instead of the rookie. Maybe that's the best choice. You know, it seems to me to be the best choice. So I think that's what we'll do. Put in Ulloa over McCrecky. He's much more familiar. He's already got 100% familiarity. We can put him in at the ball-winning midfielder, excuse me, to make us a little more defensive in there. He's reacted well recently, so okay. He had that one problem in the game versus Toronto where he got that penalty late in the game, but we'll let bygones be bygones. Then, of course, we've got Alcantara and Washington up front. No problems. No problems there at all. All right, so we'll go instructions. We'll go with the counterattack and see how it goes. Start out reserved, and hopefully that'll do it for us. So we'll commit that team to memory, submit them for your viewing pleasure, I guess. I don't know. Yep, and start the match. Start the match. It was weird. Not a lot of soccer on this weekend. I looked around for it, but there wasn't much to be had. I saw one game. Los Angeles versus Orlando, I think. Let's see. They're going with the 4-2-3-1 DM wide. This is the formation that I view as the Mexican formation. It's like the national team uses this formation quite a bit. It's very bereft in the midfield here, but it just makes it so hard to work this middle area. And unfortunately, that's where our diamond likes to work. So we're gonna have to figure out something else. Maybe the counterattack is the way to go. We're gonna have to work down the sidelines, I think. Anyway, it's gonna be difficult. Close down on those guys. Let's do the pep talk. Passionately, we've been on a good run out there, so impress me. Ooh, everybody liked that. All right, here we go. Home game, FC Dallas. Maybe because we're at home, we should have taken possession. I don't know. We can still make some changes if we need to. So yeah, Orlando City is getting a lot of run these days. They've got that new stadium. Ooh, there's Ulloa paying dividends already with the steal. Zamora sends it up to Washington, but he gets a foul. They built a brand new stadium, and their fan base is just going out of control. And so they're getting on TV a lot more. They're winning. I think, yeah, they're undefeated at home. They started out 3-0 or 4-0. Ooh, here's a free kick from Thompson. So far, the counterattack seems to be working. They're not getting any highlights. Ulloa, can he get there? Yes. He's definitely playing a very determined game these days. See, look at how pestering they are. I think a control game would definitely be difficult against these guys. Ulloa's open in that midfield. Alcantara, he's going to make a move. He's got to move. That's not much of a shot there. But he went right around their defense. That's a pretty good sign. If he could have maybe taken one more touch and fired the ball, might have been better, but we'll take what we can get at this point. Just as long as we get the possession, we get the highlights. That's what it's all about. Offsides, Washington. All right. Acosta, Thompson. Fired it in there to nobody in particular. Cole chases it down. See, that's what I've built this team around, is just have a lot of guys with speed. So guys like Cole and Acosta can get around people. Here's Cole trying to center it. No good. Looks like they're on the counterattack now. No good. See, with Cole and Acosta back there at fullback and defensive midfielder, it's hard for us to just get outright beat, because they have so much speed they can use to catch up. Escobedo gets the nice steal. Ooh, this is their first shot of the game. Sanchez makes the nice diving stop. So if we have one hole, it might be at that right defender position where the rookie is, but hopefully not. Gonsalves gets a shot off. All right, don't like that. That's 2 highlights in a row for them. That's all right. That's all right. Here's another highlight. Okay. Escobedo with the steal, maybe. Nope, they get it back. Fernando. They're getting right to the box. I don't like that, man. I mean, we're marking them tightly, but sooner or later they're going to do something nasty. Alcantara, we're going to make him an advanced forward because we're doing counterattacks. See if they can launch the ball forward to him. That might be a good idea. 20 minutes down. Our midfield is being outnumbered. All right. Alvarado, yellow card. Here's Thompson with the free kick, sends it in. No good, but there's our rookie. Valenzuela can't quite do anything with it. All right, they're gonna get a counterattack. There's Dom, so the answer whether they rested him or not is there. Maybe we can wear him out in the second half. You know, maybe we could use our control game in the second half and see what that gets us. Washington, can he get it forward? Cole is available. Alcantara's there. There's the shot. That's a much better shot. But Romo is there. Sturdy goalkeeping there. All right, let's check out this corner kick from Ulloa. See if he can pay dividends. Nope, not quite. But he does get the ball back. That was a terrible centering pass. He had 2 guys in the box, and he sort of lofted it to no one in particular. Here's Dom again running down the sideline. Escobedo can't cut him off. This is dangerous. Sanchez is there, though. It's a real back and forth game. That was an unnecessary kick there, but that's all right. 30 minutes down in the first half. Do we risk it? I mean, we're, again, 0-0 home draw. This is how we won last round. We got the 0-0 home draw, and then we pulled out the win in their stadium. Can we do that versus Tigres, though? I don't know. I don't know. Here's Thompson with the free kick. He's not winning any of those headers in the box. There's Valenzuela, gives it away, but Zamora picks it up. All right, let's reset a little bit here, boys. No, let's just fire it in the hole. Zimmerman to Ulloa, Alcantara. Gonna get it stolen? No. Ulloa, Washington. Zamora takes a wild shot. Nice back pass there from Washington, but to no avail. What are our instructions here? Yeah, work the ball in the box is what they're supposed to be doing. 1 minute of stoppage time in the first half available here, and there is the end of the first half. 0-0 draw after 45 minutes. So what do we do here? First, we give a pep talk. Passionately, keep going, you can still win. Okay, our strikers are enjoying that. We're looking motivated. We're looking fired up a little bit here. That's good. We got 1 yellow card for Escobedo. Other than that, we're pretty much okay. So the question is, do we risk control? I think we can risk it at home. I think we can risk it a little bit. I'll try it for, the first 10 or 15 minutes. If things start going wrong, then we'll drop back to counterattack. So here we go. We get the ball to start. They're putting a little bit of pressure here, but not a full-on press. See, offsides Alcantara. Oh, that reminds me, since we're doing this, we should probably switch him back to a poacher. It's a little bit better of a role for the control game. All right, here we go. Here's our first highlight of the half. Thompson to Acosta, working it around the triangle. They are definitely putting pressure on the triangle. Get it out wide to Cole. There it is, boys. There it is. Sends it to Washington for the header. Just goes wide. It looks like those flanks might be vulnerable, so we'll try playing it to the flanks. Yellow card for Tigres. Nope, they're just making a tactical change there. 60 minutes gone already, so clock is just flying by. Cole has picked up an injury. A gashed leg. I think he'll be alright with a gashed leg. That's fine. Just rub some dirt on it. You'll be okay. 71 minutes down. Well, he's looking a little fatigued there, so maybe we can sub him. Nope. Guess not. Thompson with the free kick. Nobody there. He's going to get it back. Settle it down. Let's see what he does with the ball. Sends it to Acosta Zamora. We got an opening there in the middle. If we can get it to him, that's going to get us a corner kick. Let's look at this substitution issue here. Yeah, I guess he's staying at 55%. I was hoping that his percentage would start rising, but must be a heck of a gash. So we'll bring in Mendez. That's why he's there, right? He's a good reserve player. Let's see. Anybody else? Do I want to get Escobedo's tired. He's got that yellow card. Boy, subbing out both my fullbacks is just, I think, asking for disaster. But you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. 77 minutes gone. That could be the disaster of our team. Hopefully not. Ulloa tracks it down, sends it back in the box. Nobody there. Alcantara is going to track it down. See what he can do with it. He's probably going to get it stolen out there on the wing. Yep. Gomez chases him down. Now they could be on a bit of a counterattack. Oh, look at Bailey using that energy. Here's Ulloa getting forward. Takes a shot. Romo's there, though. That was a nice play by Bailey. I mean, it was very, very risky play. But, you know, a good play nonetheless. Now here they get a free kick. Gomez sends it just over the net. That was a scary attempt there. So Ulloa's tired. Washington's tired. 83 minutes down. You know what? Let's bring in Guevara for Ulloa and see if maybe he can take a shot. Maybe he can come in and be a hero. Yellow card from Valenzuela. Okay. But if Guevara can come in, take a long shot, get us a lucky goal. Okay, here's our fullbacks being tested. Gonzalez in the box. Oh, Sanchez with the save. See, that's the problem with subbing out those fullbacks, is they're not quite as good as our starters. 30 seconds to go in regulation. 4 minutes of stoppage time. That's quite a bit there. Maybe that was from Cole's injury, maybe. I don't know. There we go. There's Guevara getting the steal, get the ball back to him. Let's see if we can work the ball a little bit forward, get it back to Guevara for a long shot, maybe. He gets it out wide to Mendez. Sends it in the box to Washington. He heads it on. Alcantara can't get on the end of that, though. I mean, that's our offense, though. Send the ball to Washington, have him head it on, and hopefully Alcantara can finish. We're in the last minute of stoppage time here. Sanchez makes a diving save. Looks like we're going to get out of the first round again, or the first leg, with another 0-0 draw. I feel less secure about this 0-0 draw than the last one. I mean, Tigres, they're such a good team. It's just, I don't know. I am happy with that performance, though. Ooh, they didn't like that. All right. So everybody thought that was disappointing except for me. I mean, I know you're at home and you're supposed to get a result at home, but, you know, when a team is that much better than you, you just got to hold on, I think. So we did well. We held on. We got the draw, and now it's a one game. It's winner take all. Winner take all. And when you reach this point in the tournament, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? It's just win and advance. You got to have that mental toughness. Don't worry about aggregate score and all that stuff. Just comes down to mano y mano. Whoever gets the first goal wins. Let's see if we can tough it out here. So, gashed upper leg, 3 to 5 days. Boy, that was a heck of a gash. Then he must have caught somebody's cleat in the thigh or something. That's sounds painful. So we've got 3 injuries here. Ali Abdul Ghani is a young player who, I would hope to have been in the lineup by now, or at least participating in the lineup, but he's had a broken leg for a couple of months here, so I think he's lost another season. Stuart Cole, again, he's just got a minor leg gash, and Gonzalez, he seems to be getting a lot of hernias these days, so I don't know. Do we think about letting Gonzalez go after he recovers and just focus on Sanchez as our goalkeeper of the future? How old is Gonzalez these days? He's only 26. He's kind of reached his top of his potential, but he's so good. He plays so well. I don't know. We'll think about that for another time. But in the meantime, let's take a look at our schedule. So we've only got 1 game in between our next leg, which is Chicago. And then we got Tigres. Look at the game's not televised. So weird. Shows you how little Americans pay attention to the Champions League. It's not even televised. Yeah, because last month, the beginning of the real MLS season, FC Dallas was playing in this round, and they didn't televise the game at all. Maybe they televised it on Mexican, the Spanish language channel, but even that I don't think had it. So I don't know who's got the television rights to the Champions League, if anybody, but they certainly don't promote it if they do. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll come back in a couple of days here, a couple of matches, and play the second leg versus Tigres. Hopefully we can get that goal that we need and move on. So until then, see you later. Bye.